But people are tired of living this way. It's difficult going into major cities. Look what happened in Cincinnati. 2 men had a dispute and squared up, and 6, 7 people, including black women, jump in to beat this man and some white woman, and there's no remorse. There's people defending it, and you wonder why there's a backlash. This is long overdue. It's necessary, because the only way to get safety in these black communities is for Donald Trump, a white man, and the National Guard to come in and clean up some of these demons controlling our neighborhoods. And so the white man has to get mad and fed up and be like, damn it, I gotta take care of these little demon kids that won't take responsibility and accountability for themselves. I gotta go send the National Guard in to clean up the demons that they're creating with their demonic culture. See, there are people, Whitlock, he hates black people, he hates his. No, I actually love black people and want them and want us to have communities that are safe and not overrun with demons that we created. And so, yes, I'm going to encourage the white man. Have your racial reckoning. Clean this SHIT up, because we won't do it. Our ministers won't do it. Black elected officials, Maxine Waters, Brandon Johnson, any of these big city mayors, any of these Hakeem Jeffries, they have no interest in it. It's not a priority. They'd rather clean up Ukraine than clean up Chicago. Next, Joel Webbin, he's been on this show. He put out a tape, keeping it 1,000% real, piping hot. So he's still, and look, I think it's exaggerated. But isn't this what black people have been doing the last 15 years? Basically telling, we got to have the talk with our kids. We have to tell them. Have to have a conversation. You may get killed by the police, baby boy. I know you're high on weed 24/7. You've tatted yourself up to look like a criminal. You got dreads and cornrows. You want to appear as menacing as possible. And these brutal, racist cops, when you curse at them, when you resist arrest, when you fight with them, when you refuse to comply, baby boy, they'll kill you. You should just avoid the police at all costs. You should live in fear of police. And so now the white man is telling his kids, hey, these demon-possessed Negroes, they will kill you. Avoid them. Play Joel Webbin.
If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says, there are certain parts of town that you cannot go. And there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Yep.
Right? If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, right. But we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts. And it is actually a failure of your parental duty. White parents, please hear me. If you teach your children growing up, if you lie to them and say, all people and all races of people in our country are the same. They are not. You are actually depriving your child of factual, truthful information that could save their life.
Very difficult to hear, but I don't blame the man. It's very difficult to hear. I don't blame him at all. He has sat and listened to black people in respected positions on television say the exact thing about white people. And he's had it. And so he's going to turn their words, the Black Lives Matter words, and all of you that softly co-sign for Black Lives Matter, refused to rebuke Black Lives Matter, caped up and defended that clown Colin Kaepernick and all the other clowns in the NFL and the NBA that took the WNBA, they all took knees. The freaking clowns in the WNBA refused to play or took knees over Jacob Blake, a man that sexually assaulted a woman. And these demon-possessed Negroes that have rejected God, they're dangerous, they're insane, they're illogical. They refuse to accept or deal with any facts. They live in a fantasy world. And so that's why they're sitting there like, the Carlos Brown is mentally ill. And they're sitting there saying, what about the rest of y'all? Y'all been running around, oh, God, oh, the police are out to get me. And it's like, and I've been coming on this show and coming on every show since this all began and said, hey man, my father owned a bar in the hood in Indianapolis, the Masterpiece Lounge. It was my favorite place on earth. And none of us were, oh Lord, oh, the police might shoot me on the way home. My father carried a .38 every day, and it wasn't to protect himself from the police. He lived in a black neighborhood. His business was in a black neighborhood. He carried that .38 just in case one of these demon-possessed Negroes tried to do something to him. Everybody knows this. Crips and the Bloods, the gangster disciples, the vice lords, they got more bodies on them than a Chinese cemetery. And we ran around insanely pretending, oh, it's the police. They're doing all the drive-by shootings. They're why we have to go through metal detectors to get into any black nightclub. It's the police. And so people are like, man, these people are crazy. They live in a fantasy world. They're no different than the transgenders. I'm a boy that thinks I'm a girl. I'm a Negro who thinks the KKK is terrorizing my neighborhood, even though I've never seen the KKK in my lifetime. Even though every funeral I attend of a young black man, virtually every one of them, another black man did the killing. But I'm running around insanely pretending like, oh, please, Lord, don't let me run into one of these MAGA supporters. Don't let me run into Donald Trump. That's insanity. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.